Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Morning Motivation. Don't mind me, I'm just finishing getting ready. Today's message is inspired by an interview I was just listening to on the EntreLeadership podcast, and it was about the ego, and it was by an author who wrote, I can't remember the exact title of the book, but basically it was about, like avoid the ego, Ryan something. Anyway, what I might try to do is find the name and author after this and post it in the comments. But he says there's a difference between being confident that you can do something or having an ego about it. And having an ego actually gets in the way of you being able to accomplish anything. So essentially, if you think you know everything about a subject, you're not going to learn any more about that subject. And if you think that you can do everything or do something very well, you're never going to be able to learn and grow and push past that to be able to actually do better, to learn how to do something in a more skillful way. So he used the example of Kanye West, which you may or may not disagree. That's okay. But in his case, he can be a very amazing performer, amazing artist, rapper, songwriter. But sometimes his ego, thinking that he's the greatest that ever lived and that he's, better or as great or better than someone like Steve Jobs, or that he's going to do all these things. Sometimes that his ego gets in the way of people taking him seriously, even as an artist, which is a shame because, when he first hit the scene, he was confident, and rightfully so. He had a lot of great songs and a lot of really impactful things to say, but then his ego gets in the way and he does things like, interrupting Taylor Swift at the Grammys or the MTV Awards or whatever, or, saying these outlandish things and, ending up kind of causing himself a lot of stress and having the nervous breakdown a few months back, and people just disregarding him now, except for maybe some of his diehard fans, but he's sort of alienated a lot of people because he's allowed his ego to get in the way. And a lot of people, myself included, just kind of stopped taking him seriously and started tuning him out. And so that's sort of the idea, is that, you can be confident about your ability to do something, but that doesn't mean that you are an expert in that, or that you know everything, or you know how to do everything. Once you get to that point, you're starting to get into your own way from being able to learn and grow and do more and do better. The example of a writer, someone might have the confidence that they can write books, but when they sit down to actually write, if they think that this particular book is going to be God's gift to literature, or that it's going to be the greatest thing ever, then they've already sort of defeated themselves in being able to actually produce something of quality. So that's the difference between being confident and being egotistic. You want to be confident. It's not healthy to also have a low opinion of yourself, but you don't want to be so egotistical that you get in your own way and kind of stop others from wanting to appreciate your work. So that's sort of your challenge, is to find that balance. And, you have to have a level of confidence, or even a level of an ego to a certain point. Another example the author used is being president. You have to have a level of confidence and even a level of an ego to think that you could be president, the most powerful position in the country, and maybe even in the free world. But if you then become president and you run the presidency with an ego, as we are kind of witnessing right now, regardless of what your political beliefs are, it gets in the way of being able to do your job very well, or to do it effectively. And so, those are the kinds of things that you should be, keep in mind. You may be a great, insert job here. You may be a great you might have a great ability in, insert skill here. But if you think that you have mastered it and you're done, there's a good chance that you probably haven't, and you're going to keep yourself from being able to excel, grow, and learn more. So that's your challenge for today, or your reminder, is to kind of take whatever subject or area of your life that you feel that you're doing really well in, and sort of evaluate it. Are you confident in your ability, or, being able to do something, or have you crossed the line into having an ego about it, and now that's sort of stunted your growth? So that's your message for today. I hope that you're finding these helpful. If so, please, share them. I want to try and keep the messages on here positive, and as a positive reminder for all of us to sort of grow and have a positive effect on our worlds around us. So like and share, comment, and again, if there's stuff that you would like to see me talk about, I'm happy to do that. And then also, if you are willing to join me for my moment of daily gratitude over on my my like page, Hustle to Muscle Fitness, I do a daily moment of gratitude every evening, and I'd like to hear what you're thankful for. So have an awesome day. Today's Wednesday, right? Happy hump day. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you're on spring break, enjoy what days you have left. And I will talk to you guys again tonight for daily gratitude and tomorrow morning for more motivation. Have an awesome day. Bye.